So let's talk about something that feels like it's pulled straight out of science fiction, but is very much becoming our reality, using AI to bring back the dead. Yeah, you heard that right. We're going to dive into this fascinating and, let's be honest, kinda unsettling new world.
Now, you might think that's a line from a movie, right? But it's not. It's a real ad from a company in China for an AI service that animates old photos of your relatives. And it just perfectly captures the raw emotional power of this technology. It's creating a whole new industry built around grief, memory, and what some are calling a digital afterlife.
So, what are we actually talking about here? The term people are using is digital ghost, or sometimes deadbot. Basically, it's an AI that you train on a person's digital footprint. You know, all the stuff they left behind online. The whole idea is to create this interactive copy of them that can talk like them, act like them, and even look like them, so you can have a conversation long after they're gone.
And look, this is not just some private tool for coping with loss anymore. It's already showing up in our most serious, formal institutions. And what is believed to be illegal first, an AI-generated avatar of a murder victim gave a victim impact statement in a U.S. courtroom. The judge even said he loved that AI. That just shows you how fast this is moving from theory into the real world.
But to really get why this is happening now, we've actually got to look back, way back. Because as futuristic as this all feels, it's tapping into one of the oldest, most human needs we have, that need to stay connected with the people we've lost.
What's so interesting is how different cultures think about this. In a lot of places, like in China, the line between life and death has always been seen as, well, a bit more blurry. Traditional practices there see death as just a natural transition. Ancestors are still considered active parts of the family, and rituals are all about keeping that line of communication open.
Okay, so here's the crucial difference. This is the real game changer. Traditional mourning is about remembering a person's social role, their visage. It's a one-way street. You pray to them, you leave offerings for them. Digital mourning, on the other hand, tries to bring back their face, their authentic, interactive personality. It's faking a two-way dialogue, which creates this powerful illusion that they're still right here with you.
And this all leads to a key idea called re-socialization. It sounds a little academic, but it's pretty simple. All mourning, really, is an attempt to bring the person who died back into our social world. Whether you're doing it through prayer or a chatbot, the goal is to rebuild those social connections and find a new way for them to exist among the living.
But here's the thing. Just because we can do something doesn't mean we should. Recreating a person with AI isn't just a tech challenge, it is an absolute ethical minefield. The motivation might come from a place of love, but the execution, well, it opens up some incredibly deep questions that we're only just now starting to ask.
Right? On the surface, it sounds comforting, a way to maybe ease the pain of loss. But when you start to peel back the layers, oh boy, a whole mess of really complex ethical problems starts to bubble up.
Let's just walk through some of the big ones. First and foremost, consent. Who even gets to make this call? Then you've got deception. Is this a healthy tool or is it a harmful illusion, which leads right into dignity? Can an AI really honor someone's memory, or could it twist it, even cheapen it? And what about grief itself? Does this help people move on, or does it get them stuck? And finally, you have to talk about the money. Are these companies actually helping vulnerable people, or are they just cashing in on their pain?
And this is not some far-off future problem. It's happening right now, and it's moving fast. I mean, look at this timeline. In less than 10 years, we went from one person's private experiment with a friend's text messages to a publicly traded company using a digital clone of its founder, and then all the way to an AI testifying in a court of law. The technology is just evolving way faster than our ability to figure out the rules.
And this table does a brilliant job of showing that digital ghost isn't just one thing. There's a whole spectrum. You've got legacy avatars that people set up themselves before they die. Then you have private grief bots made by families after the fact, usually without consent. You've got celebrity simulations for entertainment and those institutional avatars like the one in court. And each one has a completely different set of ethical issues around it.
So okay, it's complicated, it's messy. Is there a responsible way to actually do this? Can we get the potential comfort without falling into all the ethical traps? Well, people are starting to propose a framework for what an ethical digital afterlife could look like. Let's see what that path forward might be. Really, it all boils down to a few core principles. The whole thing has to be built on consent. First, the person has to give explicit permission before they die. Then the user has to agree to interact with it. It's got to be totally transparent, always saying, hey, I'm an AI. Its purpose should be strictly for remembrance, not for selling you stuff. The family should have the keys, the ability to change it or shut it down.
And maybe most importantly, the AI's job is to preserve memory, not invent new thoughts or opinions.
So, when you put it all together, the big idea is this. The goal of an ethical system is not to create a digital replacement for the person you lost. It's to create a new kind of tool for memory, a carefully controlled, consensual way for us to remember, without getting tricked or taken advantage of.
And that really leaves us with the million-dollar question, doesn't it? As we build these digital afterlives, are we creating powerful new ways to help us remember and heal? Or are we just inventing a really high-tech way to run away from the painful, but maybe necessary reality of loss? The answer is going to define our relationship with life, death, and memory for a long time to come.